Guess what we're making today? Strawberry cupcakes. Hello guys, I'm back and we're gonna make some fresh, easy, one bowl, eggless strawberry cupcakes. Okay, and this recipe has real strawberries in it. Not the fake, you know, stuff that you see in the grocery store. This is a little bit more natural, real. But I was craving one of those strawberry cakes, you know, because I don't get the regular box mix anymore. So I was like, man, I wonder if I can like make my own at home. They're vegan friendly, plant-based friendly, and dairy-free friendly. If you are any of those categories, or if you're not, they're just simple, easy, one bowl. So I think you guys will love them no matter what your dietary preferences are. These are not oil-free. Again, I do not cook oil-free 100% of the time. That is not the way that my diet is. My diet is basically, I try to minimize my oil and make sure that I'm baking stuff more, that I'm using other options, and that I'm keeping my oil consumption to a minimum. So that's kind of how my diet works. And yeah, I came here for the recipe. This is not my recipe, by the way. I'm gonna put the link down the description box. Yeah, so let me take off my jacket, put on my apron, and let's get into cooking these strawberry. I'm excited, guys. I'm so excited because I've never made strawberry cupcakes before. So anyway, we're doing a bunch of talking, but I'm gonna eat strawberries, make this delicious dessert. Let's make some strawberry cupcakes, guys. The first thing that you wanna do for this recipe is you wanna go ahead and you want to throw your strawberries in a food processor and you wanna puree them. So I'm cutting this recipe in half. So I did a half of a cup. I have a half of a cup of strawberries that I have pureed in the food processor. Now, usually with these recipes, you have to cook the strawberry puree or whatever. We don't have to do that for this recipe. So again, really simple, easy recipe. Let's jump into it. So you want to puree your strawberries. I'm doing a half a cup because I'm doing a half of that. Okay, so we're gonna throw in the dry ingredients first. That's how this recipe is set up. So 1 cup of plain flour. Again, I'm doing a half a batch, so that's what we're doing. A half a cup of sugar. So because I'm using maple sugar, I have a little over a half of a cup because maple sugar is not as sweet. So I have a little over a half a cup. So throwing that in here. And then you've got some baking soda, and you also want a pinch of sea salt. I don't really put in sea salt because the leavening has enough salt in it. So baking soda, about a half teaspoon of that in here. So you just want to put all your dry ingredients in first. Just mix that all together. To avoid having lumps, you just would sift the flour. Make sure that for your flour for this, so the recipe turns out perfectly, you want to measure where you're like taking the cup, the measuring cup, put the measuring cup down, okay? Just gonna illustrate for you. Pour the flour, level it off, okay? You wanna make sure that you don't dig the cup in because the recipe might come up with varied results. So you wanna make sure that you do that type of measuring technique. Okay, so now for the wet ingredients, I have my puree, half of a cup of just fresh strawberries that I threw in the food processor and just got this nice little, looks almost like a jam. So throw that in there. We're doing cupcakes today, so already have your cupcake pan lined and ready, and preheat your oven to 350 so that everything's ready. And then we have 1/4 of a cup of oil. Any neutral oil of your choice. I like to use light olive oil. And then here, it doesn't even look like anything's in here. You want some strawberry extract, optional, but it's gonna enhance the strawberry flavor, or so I've heard. So I did about a half a teaspoon. So that goes in here. And if you don't have that, you could also use vanilla extract. I'm gonna put in a little bit more. There we go. And then we have about half of a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Okay, and then I got some food coloring, and this is the kind from Whole Foods. You do not have to put this in here. Again, this is another optional ingredient. Like, I'm doing like an 1/8 of a teaspoon. So mix this just until it's combined, and you're done. You're ready to go. You are set. Okay, so just mix until combined. got our cupcake pan here. The batter's good, so the cupcakes must be good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stick these in the oven again at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. And then you can stick a toothpick in to make sure it comes out clean. But anyways, there we go. Let's stick these in the oven. Okay guys, so the frosting that I made, she has a frosting recipe. I had used organic sugar, butter of choice, you can use dairy-free butter, whichever one you want, and then some of the strawberry puree, strawberry extract if you want some, and then you can maybe use some dairy-free milk if you want to break it down a little bit more. Alright guys, so I am back and the cupcakes are done. So they did not turn out pink and cute like I wanted them to. I think that the natural dye that I used in combination with the maple sugar just didn't give us any color. So I probably would actually be better off using something like beet powder, something like that next time, or maybe a better food coloring, because that kind did not really come through. So because I made a second batch and that batch was like purple because I used a lighter sugar like cane sugar. So anyways, I found that if you use like a darker sugar as well, if you use it, it tastes more like a muffin to me than a cupcake, but still they're so light and fluffy and delicious. I already had one or two. And there we go guys, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful cupcakes. So yeah, I really feel like if you use a darker sugar like maple or coconut, it's gonna taste more like a strawberry, a really good fluffy light strawberry muffin. But if you use like cane sugar, you get more of that light like cupcake cake texture. Cupcake, look at that. So yeah, it's not pink and stuff, but it's still super delicious. It doesn't have to be pink to be delicious. Ready? Mmm. Like I said, not pink, but the strawberry flavor, it's there. Simple, easy recipe. You can make it in like 30 minutes. So easy. Really, really, really good. Nice and fluffy. I will see you guys again. I'm signing off. Have a great day. If I don't see you again before Mother's Day, have a great Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you. And I will see you guys again very soon. Bye. I'm amazed at how good this is.